Then please tell me what I should call you.
Call me mistress?
Call me master? Bitch, I'm not down for that.
We're born in the moonlight. Ain't no fair to say. Can't breathe in the sunlight.
Hello everyone, this is Romy here. Welcome back to Red Embrace Hollywood. We're here in my room after eavesdropping. By the time I reached my room, I felt exhausted, like I'd run 4 marathons in an hour. Maybe the hint of sunlight creeping up on the horizon was already draining my energy. I settled down in the darkness to reflect on the last important thoughts drifting through my mind. Randal, Charisse, and the conflict that was slowly brewing under the surface. There wasn't much I could do now, but having a mentor in the opposing faction probably meant trouble in the future. So I decided to take Randal up on his offer and visit him in the next few days. After our long talk tonight, I felt like I still wasn't sure what to make of him. He'd make a good friend. I definitely had a crush on him. I liked him, but I didn't agree with his views. I definitely had a crush on him. I really liked Randal, and I was starting to realize that it wasn't just as a friend. Judging from his light flirting, it might have been mutual, but I wasn't sure. Yeah, because Randal's a really nice guy, so you can't tell if he's like flirting with you or he's just being nice. What if he acted like that with everyone? Exactly. Because he's a people's person. At last, I let my eyes drift closed. If I played my cards right, then maybe during my next meeting with Randal, I could catch another glimpse of whatever was lurking behind his flippant smile. Ew, cute. And then it's like next chapter. After a difficult struggle, I managed to raise my heavy eyelids. The first thing I felt was hunger stirring my gut, gnawing me awake. Eventually, I rolled out of bed, finding a sluggish feeling. Tonight, I had to take care of that job for Charisse, but I needed to feed first. Drink from a blood bag, because we don't have David as a pet yet. Grabbing a bag from the fridge, I downed it in a few gulps. It was about as satisfying as lukewarm coffee, but it sated the hunger. I don't drink coffee, so I don't know how it tastes. I pulled on my clothes and wandered outside, where the familiar sedan was patiently waiting for me. I climbed into the back seat, but as usual, the silent driver didn't acknowledge me. Oh, hi to you too. How you doing? As soon as I closed the door, he took off towards Santa Monica, weaving through the hectic evening traffic. My mission seemed pretty straightforward, unlike the other night's sewer crawl. Once I found the humans, I just had to scare or coax them away. By any means necessary, Charisse had said. After I pulled up by the pier, I hopped out of the car and made my way down to the beach, scanning the dunes for any mortals with cameras. Sure enough, I didn't have to search for very long. Marching down the shoreline was a group of young men hauling TV equipment, eagerly shouting and pointing at various innocent beachgoers. Their hungry camera lenses swiveled all around, just like a bunch of zaprooters looking for Kennedys. Charisse was right, the beach house was close by. If they kept going, they might run into Randal's crew, which could end in either unwanted publicity or the mortals' deaths. After I observed the men for a short while, I decided the best way to deal with them would be to... Oh my god, it's you! Suddenly, a third voice cried out from behind me. I turned to see young men rushing forward through the sand. It's David! He is cute. An uncomfortably familiar young man. I can't believe it. I thought I'd never see you again. But here you are. Here I am. Just like it's destiny or something. Wow. It was the same mortal I'd fed on my second night. This is not the droid you're looking for. Oh no, you remember me? Yeah, of course, it's only been a few days. Why wouldn't I remember you? You seemed puzzled, head tilting to the side like a curious dog. This didn't make any sense. Hadn't Charisse said that humans forgot everything leading up to the bite? No, now I remember she said almost. Almost. But this human scent wasn't like any other I'd smell. It was oddly sweet, different from the salty sea air or the stench of unwashed mortals nearby. Was he special somehow? Oh, I should probably introduce myself, huh? My name's David. I work with this photo crew, part of a tabloid my dad owns. He's so cute. He gestured towards the group in the distance, looking slightly embarrassed. I convinced him to come out here at night to look for you actually. To look for me, but you're not here for revenge, are you? That was a horrible idea. You're in a lot of danger. Get the hell out of here before something bad happens. That is a horrible idea. You're in a lot of danger. Danger from what? Unless you mean... Oh, don't worry about that. I've always liked people who are dark and mysterious. I'm still not over that he's me as a guy. He averted his eyes bashfully, as if hoping that would hide the pink tint on his cheeks. The other night, I woke up in the dark and it was so warm. I thought I was dead. I didn't know what had happened to me. But then it all flooded back. You were so good to me. The way you took me somewhere safe and covered me up. His voice trembled with awe and adoration. I don't really understand what you are or what you did to me, but after that night, I can't stop thinking about you. How amazing it all was. There was a certain dazed dreaminess in his voice and eyes. He looked at me like I was his hero, a rock star or a movie star, or someone larger than life. Are you saying you want me to do it again? David, go home and forget any of this ever happened. You've got some serious issues, you know that? David, go home, forget any of this ever happened. No, I don't want to forget it. You don't understand how much you mean to me. Maybe it was love at first sight, or maybe it's something more. I don't care. None of that matters. It does matter, because like when in this route, I kind of scared him a little bit when I talked to him. All I know is that I need to be with you. I need you to take what you want from me again, or else. Or else what? I don't know. I might go crazy. He was so full of passion, almost too innocent to be real, like a snowflake before it lands on the dirt. I could barely believe it, but he really did seem completely in love with me. Or if not with me, with the sensations I'd given him. Alright, I'll take you in. I can't, David. I'm so sorry. It's too dangerous for you. If you want to be mine, I can make you mine. I don't, see, the thing is, I'm very much in love with Randal. This right here, if you want to be mine, I can make you mine. I don't know if that's in a very romantic way or just like a master pet thing. But I'm just gonna be like, alright, I'll take you in, I guess. You will. You really, don't hug me. As much as I love hugs. A feverish delight shone on his face. It was almost painfully honest, the way his body was so expressive. He probably couldn't lie even if he wanted to. Then please, tell me what I should call you.
Call me mistress?
Call me master? Bitch, I'm not down for that. Just call me my name, alright? Don't be fucking weird with this. Just call me Michiko. Michiko, that's your name. Wait, should I have let him know my name? Probably not. Now he knows my name. I love it. He gave an eager nod, then fell silent, staring at me expectantly. Get rid of that beanie? Who the fuck would say that? So rude. Alright, tell your crew to leave and we'll head back together. Head back where? Where are we going? Oh, Charisse ain't gonna like me either. She doesn't like pets. Oh. Alright, tell your crew to leave and we'll head back together. You got it. I mean, she told me to solve the problem. I'm solving it. This is the way to solve it. I'll let them know I won't be coming around for a while. I watched David as he turned to hurry over towards his hollering group, waving them down. Whatever he told them resulted in a lot of confused looks and grumbling, although I couldn't pick out the words from so far away. I mean, I can't read lips either, so. But he apparently convinced them to leave because they started to head back the way they came, the camera lights finally blinking out. And so our secret as vampires survived another day. Yep, and now I got a pet. That I didn't want. But I want to see what it does in story-wise. With David safely until I returned to the hotel. The clerk looked extremely uncomfortable when he noticed my new companion. He informed me that due to health standards, David would have to stay in an adjoining room. What does that mean? David didn't seem ready to leave. Oh, like he has to be in another room. David didn't seem ready to leave my side just yet, though, so I let him follow me into the hotel meeting room. Uh-oh. Unlike the other night, Charisse was already sitting there.
Hey, did you stop the who the fuck is that?
She was on the phone with someone, though, and she held up a finger to keep me quiet. Yes, I'll arrange it. No, it won't be here at the Hollywood Heights. What? No human baggage, thank you. I'm sure he can look after himself for a few days. Oh, human baggage as the pet? Yo, here's mine. Yes, no, I really don't. Very well, goodbye. She forcibly clamped down the receiver, letting out a disgruntled sigh. The idiot can't even deal with his own coven, as if my hands aren't full enough right now either. Everyone always needs something without fail. I think that's reality. I think everyone is always looking out for something. Like, they need something. Like me, clothes, BTS, makeup. Rising games, oh my god, how can I forget that? Rising to her feet, Charisse strode over towards me, clearing her throat deliberately. Well, since you're back, Michiko, I'll assume you took care of the problem. Hopefully no future mortals will...
She is shook.
She trailed off. Her eyes focused sharply on David, practically drilling holes into his skull. He wouldn't wait for me. He shrunk back behind me as if hoping I'd serve as a barrier between him and Sharice's death stare. This is weird. Sharice, meet David. David, meet Sharice. I've taken in a human to feed from. I hope you don't mind. I'm sure she's gonna mind. She does not like pets. Sharice, meet David. David, meet Sharice. Hello. How charming. What is my character in this route? With a heavy disgruntled sigh, Sharice shook her head, though she seemed more puzzled than annoyed. That's a rather bizarre coincidence. It would seem you found yourself a Strix. A what? She paused, peering at David over her glasses for a few moments before clarifying further. Strices, the plural, are rare mortals with particularly appealing blood. Many of them can retain memories of being fed upon. Oh. Like normal humans, some of them may even remain conscious during it. But they also tend to have rather extreme reactions to being turned, so please deal with them carefully. What? Sucking him dry would just be counterproductive, wouldn't it? I will, no need to worry. Oh. Well, I will. No need to worry, I guess. Sharice nodded, although judging from the faint curl of her upper lip, she didn't really approve of David to begin with. Just so you're aware, I do not advocate taking live-in blood pets. Unless they're proclaimed dead or have no living relations or friends, they can often result in various issues sprouting up. But for the duration of your employment, I will permit it.
Wait, what? What's he gonna do?
David won't cause any problems, right, David? Thanks, I appreciate it.
David, you're not gonna cause problems, are you?
Of course not.
Wow, I'm really playing this like master mistress shit right now.
I should very much hope not. Just to make sure you handle the logistics. She flicked a hand as if to dismiss the subject, finally shifting her needle-like stare away from David, who let out a quiet exhale of relief. He obviously had no idea what was going on, and I could feel him clutching the back of my jacket, looking for some kind of moral support. As I was saying, I assume we took care of the problem on the beach. It may have seemed like a trivial task, but in the encroaching digital age, hiding our presence from mortals is growing increasingly difficult. Someone is always watching. Like David. Now, your next job involves further diplomacy, and fortunately for you, no sewers, thank God. As always, she coasted on to the next duties in her perpetually impatient tone. However, it does involve returning to a place that may be all too familiar. The abattoir, the same club where your sire visited you. That's fine with me, it has great aesthetic going on. Oh really? I have to wonder if being less absorbed in the aesthetic may have saved you from your current state, although such matters are moot now. No, my girl's very into like looking around the club, so I got fucked over. However, back to my point. The abattoir sees many rich and powerful clientele, both human and vampire, each looking to fulfill their own depraved desires. I'm sure you know how clubs are. Fuck that word. Lowered and desires heightened. Information is always bound to flow freely. Because the abattoir is neutral ground, just like Heath's bar, all manner of vampires are frequent visitors. Thus, it is very important to learn. It's important we learn about anything they might let slip. Don't tell me you're sending me on a spy mission. That was not on my agenda. No. Okay. All I need you to do is convince one of the club managers, Aloysia, to deliver regular reports to us. I heard she was the partner, the blood pet, of Mavar, so she's already aware of our political situation. I'm sure she and I can come to an agreement. If she's a human, couldn't we just, what if she's already delivering reports to the Mavar? Then remind her that the Sky are better patrons. I'm not gonna do that. That's gonna backstab Randal. And I'm trying to get on Randal's side. And we will remember who aided us and who stood against us when the war is over. However, keep in mind that Aloysia is a very willful woman.
Yo, what if I made her my pet too?
She's highly capable for a mortal and very knowledgeable of our unique abilities. I doubt simple force will be effective, and the last thing we want is for her to end up working against us. Nor do we want her frightened by any peculiar behavior, something we keep in mind perhaps. Okay.
I'm gonna make her my pet too. This route, we're just making everyone our pet.
With a deep inhale, Sharice drew herself up slightly, glancing towards the wall clock. It was not so subtle hint that our meeting was about to end. I'd like you to deliver your report within the next few days, Michiko. Until then, Her eyes briefly grazed over David, who I could feel trembling behind me. Do stay out of unnecessary trouble. Of course. Leaving me with those pointed words, she made a swift exit. That's your boss, I guess. David is adorable. David finally managed to break his silence after Cherise left, shuffling out of my protective shadow. She's terrifying. Is it hard to work with her? She's not that bad, just a little stiff. You have no idea, David. No idea. David, you have no idea. Really? Is she that bad? I hope she realizes she should treat you better. If she gets on your bad side, I know she'll regret it. Oh, you're so cute. You think I'm like a beast? He gazed at me rapturously. In his eyes, it seemed like I could do no wrong. Really? So, what are you going to do now? Sleep? David's question made me stop and consider for a moment. Even though my task that night was over, there was still plenty of time until sunrise. Marcus's earlier advice resurfaced in my mind. Maybe now is a good time to start scoping out the other vampires in LA. I'm gonna go explore, David. In the next episode, I'll go explore, David. I'm gonna leave you here. Or you can go wherever, actually. I'll just give you a call if I need you, right? That's what we can do? I don't know. But anyway, thank you guys for watching today's episode. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
touch it, touch it, touch it.